to kick off, and we've got XSET on the defense. Fracture is a specialty for FPX. I mean, this is something else. Zekken going out for the early fight. He's got a challenge of 3 players here already. The first found and the trade attempt. Dephh good for it, but he can't get out. That sees FPX with a decent bit of control. Still, though, BcJ is on the site. The hero of the previous pistol round, now about to be challenged. Reinforcements on the way. That's a brave play. He's gone back into the spawn. He's trying to buy some time so his teammates can come behind and destroy them. A great reset for XSET, but FPX will gain a plant.
It almost makes it seem like they're setting up for the retake from afar. It doesn't necessarily look like they're going to be coming straight through the drop. Instead, he's making his move into sand. The thing is, the afterplant from FPX is a decent one. They can almost sit out of this, and ardiis, well, you mentioned the aggression in the last map! That shot is absurd! And it's going to give them the man advantage into this fight.
If I'm not wrong, that was a wallbang through AYRIN. They go to the site, XSET up top, not spotted, and he has a free kill. In fact, it's not free, because ardiis has stolen it from under his nose. One secret, FPX are favorites. These last 2 maps favor them. It's an uphill battle for XSET, but they've got the buffer. They've got the safety net to play with. The second round won't see any real success. We just got a few pistols to play with. Headhunter on Cryo has 2 shots in it. For FPX, they do have to be cautious when pushing. They don't want to run into a stack. And Tom, I see 4 players on the B site. An opportunity for some damage, perhaps.
Yeah, it does look like they're walking right into where all of the players are currently sitting. Bar Cryo, who's been left to almost just work as that one defensive unit on the other side of the map. Zyppan and ardiis, though, have been able to get quite far. They'll have the information of Zekken and isolate him easily, but dephh has been able to find one. They don't check for BcJ, but the right click. It can be so kind, but it can be so cruel.
Yeah, that's RNG right there.
Left.
Unlucky.
all right.
One fight. You know, he had his pistol round.
Your bias is showing.
No, that's, I saw the server tick rate dive, so don't worry about it. I think I saw some lag on the screen. Cryo, last guy alive, 2 shots in the head. Hunter only fires 1 before he's met.
It's on in here.
Yeah, it's probably draining from the power of his PC, I'd say. Something like that. Unlucky either way.
It's a good thing you don't work in tech.
Yeah. I actually used to be an IT engineer. Yeah. We used to get called back to places all the time. They just kept breaking stuff. Wasn't me. Third round.
This is the thing with FPX. They always have these better buys going into these rounds because of the way they purchase. You've got the light shields. You also had some pistols in the previous like they normally do. And they've already managed to find the opener onto Cryo. A huge head to take early in this round.
That's a massive kill. The follow-up there, though. An unlikely hero steps up to the plate. dephh, your flasher, your breach player picking up the first. He has seen players cross up into heaven. They've got to be worried now about that. Not just heaven, but the fact that they can't necessarily take the fight without main control. Zekken, a bit of a whiff. He's gotten damage done, but now FPX should have the sight off the back of it. No Viper Wall to get them across. Angel smokes are down. They need to go here and now, but look at XSET re-aggressing, taking the control back. The 2v2, Shao low, Zyppan. If he goes down, this round becomes very difficult, but he's made it out with the spike.
Oh, this is smart. Like, you can see XSET, they're slowly clearing all of the angles around the site, almost patiently waiting for this move. I don't know if they're going to realize in time. Like, it's going to be a solid afterplant situation for FPX before they even begin to move because they've spotted the spike within the B site. But I think it was actually BcJ smoke that allows them to exit back through. Just a nasty surprise for them in a moment's time, and I think the realization is slowly coming through.
Yep. And now it's certainly dawned on them. BcJ and AYRIN have the clutch on hand. No way for any of these ultimates to come online. It comes down to positioning, and FPX have the timer on their side. This clock just running down, ticking away. And so many angles left to clear. You see, it's only now that they're even gaining vision on the site. These players could be up in drop. They could be literally anywhere, and it's the cross being held by Zyppan. That causes problems. Great tag to BcJ. Follow up by AYRIN. We've seen a player here before, and AYRIN won't fall to it this time. A 3K from this man. With the defuse, one step closer to having that res, just one orb away. FPX though, and this is the downside. You see a team like them come into round sight. Looks like that's a fake though. The boom bot thrown through. A lot of control, some smokes, and now they start to shift to B.
Yeah, just slowly walking their way back. You can see the clearance of under. Nobody currently pushing that far. In fact, it is a relatively passive hold at the moment for the side of XSET. Execution, though, beginning to come in, and zekken, he's been caught. So much utility thrown in his direction. It's on to dephh again. He had a solid start to this game, but Angels ended up getting a clean double. And now, well, everything just seems to be falling apart for XSET.
Yeah, I mean, he's the first man in, but I want to look at the assists. I mean, I don't know if I can request right now we get a replay from the start of that round, just to kill, because there were 3 assists. That was in a matter of seconds of the round starting, and 3 players assisted Angel in getting that frag. And that just goes to show how difficult it is to hold a site up against a team like FPX. They will play it slow sometimes, but when they decide to come at you, they are instantly in your face. And XSET are even losing players from behind now, with AYRIN falling. Cryo's left alone, and there is no safe haven for him to fall to.
Yeah, he's stuck in the mud. He's being flanked, but he is actually going to be spotting out that player. Angel really wants to get rid of this extra gun, but at the cost of their own economy, they do have to be a little bit careful. Now, they have the tour de force, so it might actually be worth risking just to remove that final gun.
How they play this game. They're taking just milking every advantage they can out of those early rounds. Reveal, snake bite, they're ready for Cryo, but he wins the duel, still pays for it with his life.
Yeah, an early trade, not too bad to be honest, because that was the rifle. That was what they actually managed to keep from the previous round, so no surprise that you do see that little bit of aggression coming through from XSET, basically just trying to get that rifle into position where it can do damage. You can see the orbs actually being retrieved, Viper's Pit available for SUYGETSU. I don't know if he'd use it in this round, like fighting off against the eco. You can see Shao just doing a little bit of spring cleaning as they do get rid of the remaining weapons.
I have this fight.
Down to the core it goes as FPX make their way around to B. They've already had their even trades, and they still have a ton of utility to clear out. You can see the nade up top. Great shot from ardiis. He's got it on lockdown. Actually kind of interesting to use that ult now, because obviously you're in the anti-eco, so pulling that out, they kill you, they can't pick it up. You're just going to get a classic from your body, so it really does pay off this time around. And I mean, look, I think it's fair to say he's favored in the ranged fights. Just scoped in, taking down AYRIN. And it is a clean round after that initial duel, which is perfect. They've dealt with the rifle in a 1-to-1 trade, and they've not struggled with any other aspect of closing out this round.
Wow, BcJ. He's just hoping he can catch someone on the way out. Obviously not wanting to hold on to what will be the last weapon. Well, this kill won't actually benefit him too much. It gets the extra orb, but there's no gun to be had. That's why ardiis is pushing so aggressively, wanting to try and remove a little bit. And, SUYGETSU, maybe not.
And that's why he's pushing aggressively to get the kill.
He just wanted the kill. Like, that's just SUYGETSU. Like, the man has flashy gameplay as well as flashy trousers.
There's the timeout called. XSET needing a moment. Coming into this next buy round, 4 ultimates online, but a few for their opponents, and in particular, well, you're stunned up and, well, you're getting gunned up. Luckily, to start this one out, we're not going to have Cryo get gunned up. He is instead disappearing back to the B site. Early aggression not working out for XSET. Close hold by BcJ. He's got lots of support, but FPX don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to sell early presence in towards A main in the majority of rounds, with the ultimate goal of doubling back and fighting in towards B. The thing is, though, this time, Cryo is waiting, and actually it's only going to be a tag.
Not too often that you get to see a tag from that. The wall a little bit too thick, getting in the way. ardiis will survive, and for this man, with an operator still in hand, I mean, it's not ideal, but it's pretty close to idyllic. 48 seconds left as they look for the push. And again, these reactive ults on XSET, especially your Rolling Thunder, a big problem for them right now. They need to make their way onto that site. That's exactly what Zyppan will do, and it's to bait out the Rolling Thunder. He's the only man hit by it. They'll respond in kind, but XSET, they are dominating in the duels.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, and the thing is, the time is just gone. Like, 25 seconds to try and make a move. Nice shot from Shao. They've already used that Nightfall, though. Unless they can get right into the site and put a Viper's Pit down, I don't really see how there's any way they try and get into this. And while nice reactive use of the ultimates there from XSET. Basically just slowing them down, stunning them up, and having Cryo on that cross. It was almost exactly what I wanted to see from them.
I do like the idea from FPX of sacrificing Zyppan, essentially. Dives in there to his death, but they weren't able to find the space on the follow-up like that when we're observing. We're not like on the player's POV and so on, but I think that one probably would have been player POV. Anyways.
Already. No tour de force, but there is an operator, and this time, well, this is going to take that opening battle. He's been fantastic so far. The swing out from AYRIN, though, he takes a lot of damage, and he pre-fires the rope. Ready! Looks for a little bit more. Not quite there, but it was very close. Angel down to just 47 HP. 3v3 ensues. Viper's pick going to go down, but I think this is more being used just to shut them out from being able to see the map. Oh, this is just destroying! Like, he really is making a statement game at this point.
Beautiful trade. No problems for FPX when you've got a guy like ardiis dominating in those early duels. I mean,
not looking great. In fact, it looks like Cryo's just going to have to play the headhunter here.
Yeah, he certainly is. Don't think he's got too much of a chance of getting that ulti online this time around. There's a lot of orbs on this map, but not that many. I think he is going for one towards A main, at least an early peek, but he's being forced back off of it. Denial from FPX with a Prowler. Information for them to work with. They've even forced a Paranoia out towards A main, so some utility being committed here for XSET, but they're not rotating. They're still sticking strong on this side. They've lost Zekken, though. Another fantastic opener for FPX.
Yeah, they do well just to isolate the battle. Like, the point was for dephh to take contact and then him to be the surprise, but with the utility put in from FPX, it just left it down. Can Zekken just win individual fights? And a lot of the time the answer is yes, but being pushed by a boombot as well. Cryo, aggro spot. He's hoping he can just get one and TP away. That's all he can get here.
The jump peek has spotted him. Good luck getting out of there. Indeed, he just pops his TP as the push comes through, but the rotate from XSET, they've gambled it, and they've gambled correctly. The trap broken, Paranoia in. Still 3 players staring as they attempt to make their way through. Showstopper in play. ardiis already good for one. Showstopper on site, not even needed. It is being cleaned up by the rest of the players, leaving dephh alone. The support player has to get a 4K, a 1v4, but only 2 more to go. One of those players is ardiis, though. He's yet to miss a shot. He will be stunned up to start. A bit of space bought. But swinging into this, surely it's a death sentence.
He could use his aftershock, but it would give his position away, and that's happened anyway. Should be able to... Oh, I think that might have clipped the corner. Yeah, it's not going to reach, so Zyppan can just stay in those backlines. Even still, he's going to be tagged up further, and ardiis at this point just like, you know what, I've had enough of this guy. Just swinging him. 6 and 2.
At point, FPX, they've got the ball rolling, and it doesn't feel like a solution is close at hand for XSET, and that's the key thing. They can pick up some straggler rounds.
There's still not a buy here, though, for XSET.
That's it.
That's more of the problem, because the last round, like, it was 4 rifles, a headhunter, there were already pieces missing. Now they have to go for an eco, like, again, basically. Like, the last one was an eco, but it was still not great. So they've kind of been economy diffed over the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, I mean, that's the name of the game for XSET, or for FPX, excuse me. We see it all the time. Waiting on the other side of the door this time around, A main, it's only BcJ to hold. With a stinger in hand, he doesn't stand too much of a chance of taking this one across the line.
Yeah, and the problem with this is, look how far they've got. They're already fully within the A site and actually going in towards the spawn. Now, BcJ is a little bit of a knife in the back. The problem is his teammates are taking the brunt of him just almost waiting around. He needs to get something here. Paranoia put through, just attempting to get a kill. And now he's kind of just stuck between the entirety of the FPX squad, completely surrounded. Unfortunate.
Last player standing.
It's just so well handled by FPX. On the way through, they're slow, they're patient, and they're aware of the angles that they've left open. BcJ doesn't get the time to...
Back on the operator, it was one of the real saving graces within the round that they won. The problem is the next, he got obliterated by ardiis, who is now moved over to that tour de force again. He's been a problem to face off against. And you can see just the way that he's taking this control so quickly, like only 20 seconds into the round. This man is feeling unbelievably confident in his own ability. They're almost using him as a fake, sending him in completely alone. And just look at where Zyppan's already got to. Now ardiis strikes on the other side of the map, but the thing is they've already lost so much control.
At least a small blow. With ardiis going down, the res coming into play, Shao falling as well. That means dephh maintains control of A main. They can start to mount that comeback. Watching from the spawn, Cryo had his op trained in on that position. And this is one of the better responses we've seen from XSET, looking confident from start to finish. They will not lose a single player second time as they come out with 5 alive. I don't know if we technically, I don't think we call that a Prime Gaming flawless, but yeah.
But you gave them the shout anyway.
Kinda is.
You know? Look to try and set up the man who's currently 16-7.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a swing. It makes sense, of course, the slow orb in play. No way that ardiis can be swinging out wide and fast now. Cryo on the passive angle. Who gets greedy first? It's probably the one to go down, but look at that TP position from ardiis. He's not going to be doing anything wild. He's taking it back, and he's starting to move. Looking for the A-side push. Now, for XSET, I'm not sure what the response is here. They've got a bit of A main control, a stack up on B, but now they're hearing the noise, the Rolling Thunder. That's the response. They've just Rolling Thundered it and ran away.
But that's the thing, Angel TP past the Rolling Thunder and ardiis. They're being funneled towards him. It's just going to be the trades from FPX. This time, they trapped the players that caught them in the last round. And now, well, being hit up by that Nightfall, nobody can really look to try and pressure in, and they are taking fights on all corners of the map. That does, however, give Cryo a way back in.
I mean, that is a very valuable opening, and BcJ's in with another. Okay, we might still have a game on our hands. XSET looking for 5. This could be the round where they build themselves up to it. They need to get back in, and they haven't found Zyppan just yet. A kill is the cost of revealing that position. Shao blinded up. They won't be on him in time. The wall, perfect. Now there's the swing, baited out and perfectly done. XSET, they've gotten 4 on the board. It's the foundations, it's a minimum, but they really want to get this last round and make it that little closer.
Yeah, it's still a lot of these scenarios getting very dangerous, and I actually feel like this round is more lost by FPX than anything else. Like, this map, that alone is solid, and then they can try and build something into the next.
Oh, the wall push? You're crazy. That stun had hit, so of course the TP has to be taken by ardiis. He gets back to safety. They reset for an A push. But
that's the thing, they've seen a stun, they've seen a wall, they've seen zekken, so you know that the maximum that can be here is just a couple of players. Now, Cryo is still lurking around in towards the dish, the rotation coming through from BcJ to join him, so they're going to be able to hold on to this control, at least for the moment.
Does he get greedy? They've done so well to avoid giving the opportunity away to Cryo, and in the end, we need to see that followed through on. Down goes Zekken. Zyppan with a double. I'm not even sure how he got AYRIN, whether he saw him or the bullet straight through the smoke took him down. Either way, we're left in a tough spot for XSET to gain any value. Angel's left down to 5 HP, but he survives. They need to land the shot here, and now it's Cryo left alive. The up in hand, good for 1, 2, with the headhunter, and he's moving to the site. He might even be able to stick it. ardiis has to run, sprint at top speed. He'll come around the corner. He's being spotted. Cryo with the tap, but the time is too far gone. He will not even hit the shot to close. 8 rounds for FPX. And defense truly ridiculous. I said, what did I say earlier? 81? 80? I wasn't that far off. Just running the math in my head from watching XSET demos. BcJ demos. Full swing from ardiis. He's got the TP online. No shot to hit to start. And look at XSET immediately. They just sprint into the site. But there's plenty of players still waiting for them. ardiis.
Oh my god.
3 kills in a single mag of the classic. Down to 4 and an ace. Oh my! They were looked at the right side. That is the next highest on the server Tom's talking about.
Okay, he's on 24. It's still going up. He's almost got his ult. He is 1 away. They increased the orbs so that it would be harder to do this.
Truly a ridiculous force of nature. But XSET have got control. Hey, look, they've walked up into B, and they're going to catch him from behind. A summary execution by BcJ.
He bleeds.
He does.
He bleeds.
If it bleeds, you can kill it.
That's actually the rifle down. That's the only Vandal they have.
They don't have the spike, so even with the site controlled, there's no way to get this plant. You got to go wrapping back around. Now, I'm not sure that FPX have necessarily seen that, but it's still going to be a thorn in the side of XSET. Although, FPX have to account for that. I mean, why are these guys not planting? Why are they not trying to take control? Is it because they left the spike somewhere, or are they going somewhere else? I mean, they'll find out fairly soon, but let's see whether they're looking the right way. ZUYGETSU. It all comes down to timing. You can see him thinking about turning around, but oh no!
It's happened.
Who's put the lights back in?
It's both bonus rounds. BcJ is whiffed on a guy who's not even looking at him. The curse of Mitchman is strong.
I think someone did something in that halftime break. That's all I'm saying. I saw him kick a cable out. Wow. Unfortunate. Another player lost.
They're running out of time. That's the thing. If they are going to go for something, they have to go for it now. Well, Angel's just going to slaughter them. And that's the thing with the way that they play these bonus rounds, is you look at that and go, Zekken is actually playing with a Spectre. So I imagine he's about to blitz through.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. There's the tour de force popped right away. Speed, the way to beat that. But Angel goes down for his troubles. With Zekken deleted, ZUYGETSU is left alone. Now he might need some help, maybe not. Good shot to dephh, and he's out.
Yeah, he's so low on HP, but just not managing to get that trade. And the thing is as well, they know that, okay, we haven't seen ardiis on this side of the map, so he's definitely somewhere around A. So you almost want to continue to try and push in this direction. Avoid the superstar performer on FPX. Cryo has been able to take quite a bit of ground, though. I feel like this is being spotted every once in a while by Shao, but if he catches the timing, which he doesn't, there may have been an opportunity.
That wall still being online here for the defense. Can go back up anytime now. The attempted retake, it just closes so many angles for them to play back into. Wall off. And deeper smoke? No, in fact, it was the same. Up close. I thought perhaps they'd fight for some aggressive control of Jenny. It would have been ludicrous.
Oh,
noteworthy for sure. The nade doesn't
hit.
hit.
Over. Yeah, it's not going to do the damage. That would have been a kill almost guaranteed, although BcJ was able to shadow step out of there. Now AYRIN up close on the wall. The rest of the players sat back in a crossfire, just trying to hold as the wall is going to be broken. Zyppan looking to try and take that charge forward, and ardiis still with the sword of force.
There comes a prowler from Shao to clear the way, but they haven't cleared AYRIN. ardiis has got two! He is so quick, so good with this weapon. What? He had no right to even have it online in this round. A bonus, and I feel gross even calling it that. 11-4. It's like an insanely good team.
No, unless
it's nerds.
You're kind of getting, and normally you're losing.
Yeah.
You're not normally winning.
Yeah. This guy's left in 1v5s, he gets 4, and then he's like, what more could I do? But this time around, there's not much more that ardiis could be doing. He's practically taking the whole server down round after round, cleaning up everything on his plate. Well, the decoration's gone. 2 rounds left for FPX, and XSET only have money for this one. It's now or never to make this push happen. No ultimates to help them out. They'll be moving towards the A site, and you see Cryo, the only man towards that south side. He's going to have a lot to do, unless they're all diverting their attention towards Dish. Well, they certainly won't now.
Cryo being spotted. The thing is, even just being a nuisance could be enough to cause that distraction. You see the stun being sent through, the side push coming through. Zyppan has been able to hold on at least for the moment. He hits the other shot and gets one with a nade. It's already back. The nade's already back in his hands, and they just haven't been able to kill him. Now the rotations come through. The time has already been fought. And while Shao is just putting them in the grave, dephh so far out of this, he's now going to meet the Shao show as well, as it's 12-4. It's the worst case scenario going up against an 8-round deficit. You need a miracle, and Zekken might be the one to try and give it to them. Already taking some very early space over Dish. That will at least grant dephh the orb, which does give them the Rolling Thunder. The thing is, though, we've learned anything from Zyppan. That might not be the most effective ult to use. That's a nice shot, though. Maybe a little bit over-aggressive from SUYGETSU, and he gets caught.
Yeah, and ardiis, his time here is limited. There's so many angles for him to worry about. Normally, you'd expect a player to already be falling back, especially with the op, but he's just going out for more. Never satisfied with just the one, still sticking around. This is madness. He's got his TP to fall back on. Utility should be coming at him any moment now, but ardiis wants that little bit more, and he'll get it.
Oh, the TP spot might not be the best. He's had to fall off of it and won't get isolated, but he set up his teammates and left on to dephh just to try and grasp at any straws he possibly can, but he's going to go down as well. 13-4. It is destruction as FPX swing back. Pearl maybe just a gimmick as XSET have fallen flat on map number 2.
That has got to be tough.